Okay.
Hey,
Yay, I'm glad you're here.
how's it going?
Good, good. How are you?
Good as well. Good day. Nice weather.
Awesome. It's still cold where I'm at. Tired of it. Tired of being cold. Well, we are streaming live on Facebook. I streamed to my page and then shared it to the group. Let's see how that goes. I need to confirm that it's working, but we'll wait for a few more people to join. And let me keep an eye on the Facebook group and see that that worked. I want to get this down so I don't have people waiting all over the place. Hello. Let's see. Does it look like, can somebody check to see if they see it on the, I do see it. We are there.
Yes, I see
Sweet.
it.
See, does it look like, can, let me mute that one. All right. Okay. This is going to be fun, fun, fun. It's been a minute. I'll give it a couple more because I know a couple more people are coming. Cool, cool, cool. All right, perfect. So, yay. This is exciting. I'm going to do speaker view and then how do I pin? There you go. All right, everyone. Awesome. Today, gosh, we've had fun today. I do 3 of these now. We started last week and I'm going to be doing this at least for 10 weeks. So it's going to be a lot of fun. All the training and the skills and the sharing and watching everyone really flourish, right? So in the mornings, just to recap, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Times on Tuesdays, I am doing a business masterclass. But what I decided, it's now going to be a 10-week series. It's going to go from building the business from mindset to strategies to moving all on to marketing and mindset, you name it. So it's going to be, I've got 10 weeks already lined up of what I want to speak about. What I will do is tie that in with the second one that I do at 12 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, which is the Pipeliner, the CRM software. And if there's a system that I've taught in the morning that goes with that, I will tie it in. And then today with Ruby, we will tie in whatever we learn into using Rubi AI to help build that. So it's literally putting it all together as much as we can using the tools and the systems I have in place right now. So for some of you who may be seeing this on a replay or you are new to Rubi AI, it is, I'm all about those all-in-one platforms. I want to go get everything in one place. I hate integrating. I can do it. I've been integrating software for a long time, but it's so much better when we have everything in one place. And Rubi AI is really dedicated to bringing in the best of the best in AI and putting it in one platform. And so currently there are lots of modules. There's lots of things you can do in it. It has chat, right? So you can just like the chats elsewhere, but it's actually chat like live. It's not cut off from 2019 or 2020, whenever some of these are cut off. It's actually live pulling data from the web, from everywhere. There are different modules that you can use that are pre-built. So here's the biggest difference in terms of using it to write content. The biggest difference is that it has then, like, let's say ChatGPT or Claude or some of the other ones that are out there right now that everyone says, well, I can get that for free. Okay, sure. But one of the things that this one has, it has built-in prompts and templates already ready for you to just plug and play. Meaning you don't have to be a prompt engineer. You don't really have to think of the whole, like, how do I write this to get everything I want out of it? There are certain modules that's going to ask you for certain details. And in the background, it's already engineered to get us what we need. More so than you and I would even know how to ask it, right? So I wasn't always a marketing person. And now I feel like I can do marketing very well, like very well now, because I have the tools and the systems behind me. So, and then there's also art in there, or not art, like images. So it's using, I'll show a little peek of that when we go through it. But, and so now you can build your images in there. And coming very soon is music and audio and video creation and so many other things. Like there's so much that is down in the works. So today, what I want to show you, in the earlier class, we actually talked about being really clear messaging. We talked about knowing what we really want. We talked about who we want to target. We talked about, specifically picking one thing to go and promote. And so I want to help everyone do that now. And I also want to build some social media together and have something that somebody can post. So first, I'm going to start off with, is there anyone that wants to be a volunteer and that's never used Ruby, that doesn't know anything, that wants to volunteer their business or their things for me to run it live on your business right now? If so, let me know. That would mean you would participate with me. I'd ask you questions about your business. We'll plug it into the different parts of Ruby. We'll play around and we'll do it live. And you'll be able to take all of that with you at the end of this call. So if there's anyone that wants to do that now, please let me know. I know I had a volunteer in my other call, but I don't know if she's here today. Or if there's something you want to launch and you want like help doing it, go ahead and
I
raise your
can
hand.
volunteer.
Yay, Carrie! Woohoo! Okay, let's do it.
All right.
Okay. Perfect. So let's start off with, what is it that you're launching, or maybe not launching, maybe it's already existing. What do you want to promote? What are you focusing on?
Yeah, so I've been wanting to create this course that I have an outline for, but I'm actually wanting to add to it. So that's where I'm like, I haven't been in the space to like do the videos for it yet because I wanted to make sure I was secure in the foundational things. But yes, I want a course on helping people understand their body and yeah, how I really want to empower people to know their body symptoms and warning signs and how they can heal themselves.
Okay.
So
Is there a certain type of person? Like if we're going to be, are we honed into a certain type of illness, a certain type of something, geographic, anything in particular?
yeah, women between the ages of like 25 and 40.
Okay.
Yeah, that are having like, well, what I came down to, and I don't know if this will shift, but when I had to get really specific on a specific person, it was someone that struggles with chronic back pain or body pain. And what did I say? Hold on. I had it written down because because like you said before, I can help everybody, but I have to be very clear. So yeah, somebody who's struggling with like chronic pain or symptoms, and then I just went back, I keep going back and forth. Is that what I want to speak to, or is it something else? So that's what I have for now, of somebody who
Okay.
struggles or in digestive issues.
Okay. Digestive. Okay. Can they be interrelated or are they separate?
They could be related.
Okay. So we can play around with that. Okay. So I'm going to share my screen. And we are going to open up Ruby Girl. I got that one from Heidi.
I have a quick question. Can Ruby do photos too, or just content, like word content?
Photos too. Lots of,
well,
oh, I have to show you what I did for a friend yesterday. I'm so excited about what we created. Yeah. And by the way, go ahead.
oh, does it replace Canva or different?
No, not yet. I think that they are going to build something that will, the next model is coming out soon, the next version. And I don't know when, but there will be a version that you'll be able to edit the photos and do all that stuff like we do in Canva. I know it's pretty exciting. Right now, it creates the images based on your prompts. And then, so it's really cool, but you can throw it in Canva and then put caption, put that stuff right now. But the cool thing about it is like you're creating original images, right? You're not going and grabbing them, like they are yours and it'll never be created again. So it's just really neat what it does. And we will do that too, because we'll want to build like something for your social media for that. So where I always like to start is, let me go to the home. I was playing around a minute ago, is the persona. And so you want to make sure that we create a persona, because the persona is going to follow us through every single module throughout. Now, is there one thing I'll ask, is there someone that's already doing it, has a page, has the content that you know of right now that we could plug in their URL and get their target audience out? And if not, we're going to type it up and put in here something. Or do you have a page?
Not that I can think of offhand, but that's a good thing to research.
Okay, so describe your objective and your goal. So you want to help.
Yeah. So really, I want to help people know that they can heal themselves with understanding their body and warning signs, or like different symptoms that are coming up, and getting to the root cause. But so then narrowing it down, that's what I came up with. But yeah, so I don't know if that helps, but really wanting to help people understand like regeneration, like what Carrie does, but not for practitioners, for the individual, to empower them to know they can heal themselves with this knowledge and these tools and awarenesses.
Tell me if I'm just taking what you're saying, power, being able to heal themselves. So this is a workshop, so we're going to do it live for all of you that are watching. Heal themselves. What else? Heal themselves from pain,
digestive issues. Was it chronic pain, digestive issues? And I think there was one more. I'm going to pull up my notes here.
Okay. Pain, digestive issues, and then we'll do that. Any other goals? So
yeah, I mean, other goals is like to empower them to know what to do if they have symptoms come up, like have like know what's in there, have things on hand in their medicine cabinets, or just be well equipped instead of having to go to a doctor all the time and things like that. So simple things like ear infections. And I also want to help moms know what to do with their kids so they can avoid antibiotics and things like that too. So
okay.
I'm gonna pull this up.
Okay. And then while you do description of your products and the key benefits and features. So you are doing what? Coaching cohorts?
Okay, here it is. So I was working with clients one-on-one, and I want to do more of like the group. Like I want to create a course where they can do it themselves, or that's what I was trying to figure out, the structure of what I want it to look like. If I want to take people through it at the same time, or if I want to have the course where they just kind of do it themselves, and then I do weekly calls, kind of like what you're doing here with like weekly calls, and then the people can come to it that purchase the course. So I'm trying to figure out, what the structure looks like to be able to then share what's all included.
Okay, so like weekly group coaching, resources, cohort, stuff like that, right? Cohort or group. Oh, it says group. Okay. And key benefits and features. So the benefits will be, they will have the tools. Well, what's your benefit? What's your benefit for people joining you and learning?
Yeah, to learn natural remedies that they can use for themselves and their family, connecting back with their own body's wisdom and understanding it, going back to nature, and being in alignment with that, and just let's see, what else was I gonna say? I mean, do I go into because I have my outline of like the lessons and different things talking about how the body, I don't need to go that. Okay.
No, we'll do that later, but we'll just see, because we're going to do a brief one. So you can get very detailed in this. You can also bring in somebody, a URL. A lot of times we like to do this because if you can see who other people are targeting by putting in their URLs, we could have done this from a social media page also, if somebody is like really big on posting. I'm also going to put regenerative health, oops. Health education. Okay, so let's create this persona and see what we got.
Okay.
Now you have a lot more room, but for the sake of time to get through it all, we'll have you later on. So it says the eco wellness entrepreneur, I think. What's it say? Oh, enthusiast. Okay. So you are looking, they named this. You could always name it something else because you always want to name your persona. The voices they're saying to use is, educator, supportive friend, empowering guide. These change all the time. I haven't seen these two on the ones I've done. Your tones that you could be informative, encouraging, inspirational. Put your demographics, so diverse ethnicity, college educated, married with 1 to 2 children living at home. I change this often, so it depends, but you did say something about kids. So if you know that you want to go for just the married women with 1 or 2 kids, then you leave it. You can change these up. You can't change these first two, or you can say, single, but if you let's say your target is women with children, right? Or married with children. Do you want to stick to this or do you want to add something a little bit more?
Well, I even like to help women before they get married and have kids, because that's a huge passion too, is to prepare your body to, I mean, so many people struggle with getting pregnant. And so, yeah.
Okay, we'll do it that way. That's what I usually do. But sometimes that would have been perfect if somebody who just wants to target moms with kids, right? Married moms with kids. That would have income mid to upper, suburban or rural, preferred communications. Now, how does this help us? It tells you they prefer who you're targeting potentially prefers to hear communications through email and group discussions. So probably like Facebook groups, they might be looking for their information and their communication in places like that.
Yep.
Influenced by holistic health experts, community support, and family well-being. That's awesome. And then organic gardening, herbalism, yoga, those are all the hobbies. You can change those if you don't think that they fit, or you can add more. We'll just go with it for now.
Okay.
Because I know a lot of this is true. Values, sustainability, holistic wellness, family health, community connection. So see how it already, just by putting in a little bit, it's already giving you what the type of person and the things behind them that you need to seek and include in when we start doing more messaging. Your motivation is to improve the family's health, naturally reconnecting with nature and embracing holistic lifestyle. Now, if we would have kept this right here, now this is what I was talking about earlier today, your target would be so on. So doing a different, here's what I want everyone to understand. When you do because this is about marketing and social media. So if you're going to target, you want to target so clear that person. That doesn't mean that you don't target 6 different personas. You absolutely can. But when you're talking to one target persona, one person, one group, you want to be so clear to that. And, your messaging could be, because when you do ads or you do things on Facebook too, it'll ask you, married, it has all these things on it, right? So if you're going for everyone, then it goes in the land of everybody. And so in this case, this is just an example. I'm going to move along with it anyway. This would be great if you were going to do, okay, I'm going to do one launch specific to moms with children.
Yeah.
And then I'm also going to do another campaign for and that way, when you're speaking to them, one of them, you're like, oh, I know how it feels to be a mom with kids. I know how hard it is because you don't take care of yourself. Now, if I'm single, I'm not going to listen to that. And I might be the one needing your help 100%. You know what I mean? So you want
That's a good idea.
Yeah, so you want to remember that you can have multiple, but your messaging has to land on someone's lap and they have to know that you're speaking to them. And so that's why like something like this is really, really, so this is great, right?
So could I, so then would I do two different like launches?
Yeah, no, you would just have
One-
two different target audiences, two
Or-
different landing pages.
Or that's what I mean, yeah, two different landings with the same course, but targeted to those specific people. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah, or sometimes it's two different courses then, because maybe you want to keep all your mom's
That's
utility together and some of it. So it just depends how it's lined up.
Yep.
So that was this was perfect that this showed up to be able to show that and how important the difference in our communication is. And then where do they consume the media? Engages with wellness blogs, social media groups, attends holistic events. That's super important because these people, where do you want to get your advertising in? Holistic events, the groups. You want to like be targeting groups where these women are at, or if it comes up blog, maybe doing a blog is something because your target audience consumes blogs. They like to read those blogs. And so these are clues on some of the things that you can do to reach the people you need to reach. Okay, so I'm going to save that.
Mm-hmm.
And now we have that. And I'm going to show you next where we go in building more. So in Ruby, there's a few things I want to give everybody the overview about. We have modules. We have the virtual studios where we can do images. We have what's called SBI audit. So this will take your content and check if it falls under AI detection. And so it'll tell you that, yes, that's AI detected. And so that gives you the opportunity to rewrite your copy. And then we also have Ghost, which for some reason isn't, oh, here it is. Ghost, which is a ghost writer. So you can put some of your copy in there and it'll rewrite it for you. You can say you want it like written, a whole big rewrite or a very minimal one. And so oftentimes when I'm creating content, I'm running it through SBI audit to see, does it fall under AI? And if it says yes, I might use Ghost to rewrite it. I will go in and personalize it a little bit, run it again, go Ghost. So we can, it's like, these are all different modules that people usually have to purchase separately to run all these different things. So they've brought these different softwares into one for us to be able to have it all in one place, which is really cool. So we're going to go to modules, and two ways to see the modules are in these little bubbles, and you can see all the different areas like social media, SEO, business, education, writing. Look at all the different options for writing things, marketing, health and wellness. I have not showed that on a demo and I can't wait to do that. All sorts of things, time management. I haven't looked at that one yet. The other view, that's the visual, and then there's the list. So if you're more of a list, then you can come in here and it categorizes all the different pre-built modules ready, meaning, like I said, you don't have to be a prompt engineer. So we're going to go into, I want to first to start to do, let me see, which one are we going to do first? I had written my note on what I wanted to do first. Let me find that really quick. I forgot which one I was going to do first. Let's go into marketing. And I want to show you some of the pre-built ones. There's a 3-month marketing plan. There's a 7-day social media, which I love. And there is, you can see cold email generator. You can even look at your competitors. So if you know someone that is doing something that is working and they have, they're really big, you can throw in their information and they can analyze, and they can also give you, there's a research tool also in here, can give you other people that are doing what you want to be doing or what you're, the products you're serving. So this is a really good tool when you are planning a launch to come in here and get some more information on services and things. Target audience analysis, that's another really good one. You can use this to create an offer, generate an ebook. There's Facebook ads, event names, descriptions. There's even stuff for Google ads and so forth. If you are looking to collaborate with influencers, there's even one in there. The reason these are built out in modules is so all of the research and the prompts and all the data to be able to give you a really good copy is already built in the back end. So you don't have to do any of that yourself. This is the one I'm going to use right now. Know your target audience. I want to show you that too. I don't think I've shown this one yet before. Okay, there it is. In the previous one I did last week, that one is, I went through a whole bunch of like different marketing ones, but if I do that, it'll take the whole time today. So I didn't have time to do that, but you can go and watch the previous one for the outline and the strategy I put together. Always, this is why I love the persona builder, because you can come up here and pick who you're speaking to. So when well, that was yours. When you build multiple personas, you can pick a persona that's a mom with children. You could pick a persona that's a woman who's in her 40s struggling with health issues, gut issues. Like you can pick whatever you want. And then when you go to create any copy, you pick that one you want. So you could take the same exact thing, put it in 5 different personas and get different copy because they're speaking to different people. So that's the really cool thing, is that this will really help to narrow that down. The voice. So what type of voice do you want to write in? Educator, supportive friend, empowering guide?
Supportive friend, maybe? Or I don't know. What would you pick for that?
You call it.
Okay, so it's kind of, so this is what would be the marketing part of it? Is that what?
It's the voice. What type of voice that you want them to write in?
Oh, okay. Empowering guide.
Okay. Now the tone, what type of tone? Do you want to come off informative, encouraging, inspirational?
All of them.
I know.
The tone, informative.
Okay. And then English. But for any of you doing things in different languages, look at all the languages that are already there that you build in. All right, English. Know your target audience. So your description, which I did not copy and paste earlier. Do you have something we can copy and paste?
Handy. No.
Right. Okay.
Yeah. I can just write it out now. Describe your business. So I know, and that's the piece I need to sit with because it can go in so many directions, but I help people with chronic body pain or chronic back pain, digestive issues. And let me go on my Instagram because I swear I had to change it on there. Excess weight was the other one.
Through regenerative health. Through regenerative health,
regenerative health principles.
So this is
getting to the root, helping people understand, getting to the root cause and empowering them to know their body can heal when given optimal conditions.
okay. So you're doing you have a group coaching program, right? Needs weekly with resources to I think that might be good. You want to put a whole lot more, but look at how cool this could be with just this little bit. So I'm going to copy this really quick. And I should have done this earlier and I forgot. Okay. And anything else you want to add?
Let's see.
Practices and principles. Okay.
Mhm.
Probably give us quite a bit. So let's pull this really quick. So this is a bit about kind of a little bit of what that persona did, but I wanted to highlight this one today because I know we talked about this a lot in our masterclass earlier today. And I also know that a lot of people struggle with this, including myself in the past. So this is used like a Word doc. You could put it here. I also copy and paste my stuff here because sometimes I forget to do either one. So at least I'll be safe if I remember one or the other. So it gave you a target audience. This one says both male and female because we weren't specific in it, but this is an example I wanted to show people in general. You can then change this and then push this into the thing you're writing and using Ruby to work on for you. Health conscious, proactive, open-minded, interest. And a lot of times what I'm using these, just so you know, is buzzwords, things to use for my social media. So if you're looking at like what am I going to do? You know, like this could be calling all wellness seekers, you know, looking at sustainability or, you know, a sustainable type of meal plan, or, you know, you can use a lot of these words that these psychographics use or would resonate with them. Values, they value health, self-empowerment, holistic living. So if you doubted that, here it is, right? The research just told us that this is it. So you want, these might be hashtags and different things you talk about all the time. You know, I value health so much. You know, if you value health, then try da da da, right? So when you're in your messaging using that, you know, these are people who are seeking balance and well-being. And again, here's some of their channels. So a little bit about what the persona kind of gives, but yet a little more descriptive. What I like about this one is it also gives us the pain points. So they're struggling with daily discomfort and limited mobility. Like sometimes we might have forgotten about the limited mobility, and that could be somebody's really issue, or it's just the daily discomfort. It isn't always, do you have chronic pain, right? A lot of people are like, oh, I'm tired of that. How about, you know, do you just have some daily discomfort that you know that you don't need to be living through, right? So it gives us some really good things, dealing with digestive, bloating, food intolerances. So these right here start to be little clues that I get to use as I start to stack things up. So that's that. Let me go in here really quick, and I want to see what I want to go up into now. We're going to do some marketing now. I'm going to bounce around for the sake of time. So what you do also when you're using Ruby is you stack modules, because then at least it still maintains the same messaging. It's remembering some of the information that we're building as we're going. And so what you would do is just add a module, and I'm going to start us off. We did this last time, but I really want to do it again because I think a lot of people are, you know, the way we could use this is so important. So I'm going to go ahead and stack on the 3-month marketing plan. And the description, I'm going to go back and grab this description really quick. And mind you, you can get more detailed. I want you to get more detailed if you're going to use Ruby as a tool for you to build everything out. So the other thing is you can do is come in here and say, you know, you could put in these pain points too. You just put stuff in here that it says describe your business. Oops, wrong thing. But no, because you do help people with pain. So I am gonna put this in. Hold on. I'm gonna go like this. So I'll help. You know, and so let's just describe one thing that we want to make sure we do put in here, that you have a Are you calling it like a course? I have a course that
Yeah.
is, let's say, either self-paced, because they could do it on their own, right? Maybe down the road,
Mm-hmm.
or in a group cohort that teaches people. What are you teaching people?
How to, or yeah, how to get to the root cause of their symptoms.
Of their symptoms. Okay. I want you to play with this later on and get more clearer.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Because then the output will be so much better. And I'm just putting in very little, right? I'm not putting in a lot. So you can
Mhm.
see that even if you put a little, you still get a lot. But if you put more in
It'll
and
get-
you're more specific, you'll get better answers.
Yeah, and I guess I want to help the person who's confused and they've gone to
Mm.
every healthcare practitioner and usually in people's last resort. So maybe speaking to that, that's a
Ooh.
common thing that I'm usually like, I want to be someone's last first visit.
Oh, I like that. Okay, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna copy this and we are gonna continue to play, I shall say. Okay, on here, let's see, where are we? What I like to do when I do this is now I'm going to look for, it's telling me some blog post. So we can use Ruby to write these blog posts, unlocking the root cause of chronic pain. What a great blog post that would be. And we could even add more. Top foods for digestive health, holistic approaches to sustainable weight loss, empowering your body, regenerative health principles. Those right there, 4 topics that you can use for blog, okay? If you are going to do, they're saying email. I'm not gonna look at that now because we're doing this for social media purposes. But all of these, when they tell you blog, think post also, right?
Okay. Yeah, because
Because
I was like, I don't have a blog. Should
Yep.
that be something I have?
potentially, because remember, it said your target audience
Yeah,
reads
read the
blogs.
blog. Because I don't have a website anymore, would I create a blog on Pipeliner?
Yeah,
Oh, okay. I didn't know that you could do that.
yep, you sure can. And what you could do by taking this is a way to like really use this information and maximize what you get. If you have a blog, you could actually make 5 posts out of this.
Yeah.
Social posts that lead to that blog that you're doing, right?
Mhm.
That because you can have these social posts in different places and multiple leading to one blog. You can actually, if you do a blog a month, you might want all the content that month to be similar to that blog and everything just posts so you get a lot of traffic on that blog and that blog then creates customers. So when saying unlocking the root cause of chronic back health, you could have topics like foods that unlock back pain. 5 ways. Here's a breath work exercise. Here's a meditation to unlock pain. I mean, you could just think of anything and tie that to there. And there you start to build out a social media strategy or post strategy. And they all lead to the one blog that talks about it all. So even if they just came in on five foods that will help you get to the, help you heal your back pain, it'll take them to the blog that then they'll see all of the stuff you did and then potentially turn into a subscription or a client and stuff like that.
So at the end, so once you write the blog post, do you have like a call to action from that? Or I guess just, okay, trying to get a
Yep.
visual or.
You use the blog as your lead magnet as opposed to a lead magnet. Now, the other thing you could do is create an ebook off of this. You can create a little freebie, 5 steps to unlocking the root cause of chronic pain. Like there's so much you could do with each one of these. And so looking at these, which one resonates most for you? And we can go play with that. We have those 4. We have this one's telling you to create videos also on this. There you go. There's videos you do.
I think
Any
videos might be easier for me just instead of writing. Sometimes it's just like sharing and explaining. So would would you, if you did videos, would you do like on YouTube instead, or do you do?
Yeah, you definitely want to do YouTube because then that's your lead place. But you can also then cut them up and put them as reels.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
So okay, let's take this one for instance. Let's play with this one. We are going to stack on another module. And let's say we're going to spend the 7 days doing that one. And so I'm going to come back and I'm going to edit this to be specific chronic pain. And where was that thing? Let's copy this in there. Just gonna go. So the description is, let's say we want to do ways to unlock or keys. What do you want to, principles, practices? What would you?
Mm, yeah, principles maybe.
Okay. Okay. And again, you want to put some more, we just have very little in here. The more, the better. Sometimes it has really great stuff. Okay. So the name, let's say do you have a,
I have a name, but I might change it depending, but right now it's just called Initiation to Regeneration.
and then we could do the unlocking the root cause of chronic pain. We could just do that for now and see what it does. Start date, what are we now? Let's just go for 24. Oh, cool numbers. What social platform? Now here, what's cool is you could pick the different platform and based on, like, if you want more real type stuff, you pick TikTok. If you want
You do
posts,
Instagram. Yeah,
Mhm.
Instagram.
Yep, YouTube for video, you do here. So which one do you want to do first? Which one will you post more? Like,
Instagram.
okay, perfect. Now, let's see. Now, sometimes I get these, like sometimes they're too much, like too many of the posts are like, join me, join me, join me. Sometimes that does happen. And so when I do the 7-day, I'm looking at it more like the 30-day, and I'm going to take some of these, and I keep doing that when you could just copy here. I do stuff like that. And I don't like go with, I'm going to use this for that entire 7 days. I look for things that really resonate for me. The thing with AI that I want everybody to know is that it's really a tool to help you be more creative. So you don't have to sit here and think about this. Take what it gives you and then go get creative and then put your own splash to it and add the things that you know you want to put. So this one's talking about understand the root cause of chronic pain is the first step towards healing. Join our community as we explore regenerative health principles together. So there's like these rules, right? You don't want to always have a call to action to join all the time. You want to educate, you want to empower and inspire, you want to motivate, you want to show something in your life, like show some type of true story. And then you want to sell, and then you want to do this again. So you don't always want to be like join. You want to include other things as well. The nice thing is it also tells you create an image of a person practicing yoga with the serene. So let's take this one. And I'm not going to take the join our well, maybe I will. Let's just do it. I'm going to take this one in particular. I'm going to go back to Ruby and I'm going to stack another module now. One of my favorite ones is the one post. No, this one, I mess this one up all the time. One shot. By the way, there's also one shot blog post. So you can take all that in and turn it into a blog using Ruby. So you can literally have a blog and it's not that hard to do as long as you're willing to like rewrite and do some of these things. So I'm going to do my one shot social post. And then I'm going to go, like typically I would have probably have built already a better description, right? But we're playing. Okay, anything else that you would include in a post about, wait, we want to take this out because this post is going to be about back pain. Okay, what else would you write about root cause of back pain? Is there anything else you would include in a post?
Like for writing a post about the back pain, is that what you're asking?
Yeah, any
Oh.
keywords, anything you would suggest? What are some tips? Anything just to give it a little more content here? Cellular health. Do you want to tie it to cellular health? Do you want to tie it to like what causes back pain in your perspective? And how can we?
Yeah, and understanding, like I always like to use the analogy when you cut your finger, your body heals, like your body knows how to heal. We just have to give it the right environment. So understanding if something's not healing, really understanding the lymphatic system is what helped me get to the root of mine. I don't know if I would, how I
Yeah,
would say.
if something is not healing, then something is not functioning right, or what would you
Yeah,
say?
it doesn't have it doesn't have the right environment to heal. So we just have to understand what is that right environment for the cells to regenerate, and then we give it the right conditions, and then the body starts to self-repair.
Okay.
And also there's emotional stuff too. I don't know if I want to get into all that there or...
Well, that's a good point. Why not do that for a second post?
Okay, yeah.
Like the same thing we're talking about, and I'll turn it into emotional on a second post. Okay. So, and at first, is it join a community or is it DM me for, do you have any resources, anything you would give for free right now about this? What would a call to action be now?
Yeah, I have a free resource. It's a free guide for chronic body, like getting to the root. And I almost want to do a video instead, like, because I feel like, yeah, that's helpful, but I feel like talking and going into detail that way.
Right. But then also remember, when you do a video, you've got to have some copy in there because not everybody has a video. So like you've got to have some.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So right now I just have the guide, but I definitely need to build out other things.
Okay. For my DM the word heal or my free or something like that. Right. So let's generate. Let's see what she's going to do for us.
Or would you say comment?
You can take
okay, either one.
Okay, so if you're using like a CRM system like Pipeliner and you set up your social, you want them DMing because DMing gets them into funnels. Okay. And that's why ManyChat did so well. And that's why all these other ones, you could have them comment, then you're managing that commenting, but you want them in your DMs. That's kind of a strategy that people really want people, because they're kind of opting in to talk to you there when they're DMing you. Okay, this one says, are you tired of living with chronic pain? Let's get to the root cause together. Hey there. So it's funny, it does this. So I always I take this stuff off when it comes through. If you're let's see, pride, disability, health, social. I specialize, understand that just like your body knows how to heal a cut, you can also cry. Join my weekly group coaching program. So you can take this and number one, play with it, right? So I'm going to put it in here really quick. I've never done this on regenerative health, so I haven't tested it out to see. And we're also not giving it a lot. So let me see. I would take this out and maybe I would start with that. Or like, this really knows how to heal a cut. It can heal chronic back pain when given the right conditions. Literally, that could be your caption for the video you're doing. Or if you're going to go live or something like that. DM me the word heal for a free guide to help you unlock your body's healing potentials. You can change. Some people don't like the embark. You could take that off and you play around with it. So here's right away some kind of post, basic enough. Now, what would you do with a post like this? Would you edit it up a lot? Would you?
I'm looking on my phone, so
Oh, sorry.
no, that's okay. Here, maybe I can turn it this way. There we go.
Yeah, it says, are you tired of living with chronic back pain? Let's get to the root cause together. Just like your body knows how to heal a cut, it also can heal from chronic pain. I mean, I think it's a really cool post.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
right? So we could take that topic. So we ran that marketing strategy. It gave us the topics. And now we can go in and put those topics in. Now I can take the same topic and create a blog post. I could take the same topic and start adding in all this information and stacking and take the same thing, put it in there and say, now speak to here. I know what we're going to do. Let's go back here and oops. Okay, what I want to do is now we can say, root cause. Let's take this out and we could say, yeah, so what would you say about emotional? Emotional.
Yeah, emotional connections to the pain.
Something about can emotions be connected to the pain or something? Your emotions, unhealed emotions. What would you say? Unhealed trauma connected to the pain.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can I could take that out. So let me see, right? I'm just going to say, your emotions can be the root cause, can be.
Well, and belief systems, right? So like emotions, belief systems, patterns, old patterns that you might not realize can be.
Beliefs.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. And old patterns
Mm-hmm.
can be the root cause of pain. Okay, so let's just take it that simple tweak and let's see what we got. I need to ask why it does this sometimes. Oh, I think it just took the same thing. The root cause of pain is this first step to healing. No. Okay, hold on. I think I had too much in there. So it's like, what are you doing to me? Okay, let's try that. Yeah, that's what was happening. So we didn't give it a lot. It turned it around, took a few things. No, it really didn't do that. Let's uncover the underlying issues and work towards a pain-free life. So I probably would have written a whole lot more than just like adding one little sentence. Like you really want to think about what is the message you want to put out there.
Mm-hmm.
But then the other thing that we can do is go back to that first thing where it said, let's go back to understanding this. This one says to create an image, right? So this is the example of the image it's giving that we can put there. And so I'm not gonna save this because I've saved it all in the other. Now I'm gonna go over to the virtual studio. And I use DALL-E 3 first because it's only 1 credit. With Ruby, each month, depending on your subscription, you use credits for like images and certain things. Anywhere they say credit, it's coming from this balance. And then these are words. So every time I have it use some words, it's pulling from my bank of credits for words. And I can go over that in a few. So I'm going to create an image of a person practicing yoga in a serene expression. What would you like? Because this is going to be your post and you're going to be able to use it. What would you like for that chronic back pain image? What would you envision a post or an image for that?
Like freedom.
Feeling of.
Yeah, feeling of freedom and mobility and joy and enjoying life.
Any colors, any.
So maybe not a person doing yoga, because that seems more like meditative or colors.
If you don't care, it'll just do whichever.
Yeah, I'll just.
Okay. So what type of image do you want then? Of a person, of a scene, describe the person you want on your image.
Enjoying someone that's enjoying life. I'm trying to think of specifics. Yeah, this is where I'll need more clarity.
Okay. Image of a person enjoying life. Maybe they are stretching. Are they a woman?
Maybe they're like hiking up a beautiful mountain, traveling the world, something like that.
With a backpack, without a backpack, like you can get so specific.
Yeah.
What do you vision with a backpack? What else? Think about that person hiking up that has now the freedom of no back pain anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, just really happy and beautiful scenery and completely in surrendering and enjoying life.
Okay, what's the scenery?
The scenery. Yeah, on top of a mountain overlooking the ocean or a beautiful landscape.
And a person, I would then, if they're overlooking that, just hiked up a mountain, I'm going to say.
Okay, yeah.
With their backpack. The scenery is the top of the mountain overlooking the ocean. Feeling of freedom and mobility and joy. Anything else you want? Because the more specific you are, like if not, it'll create it, like it's beautiful. But is there anything else that resonates?
Anything else in there? You can throw a rainbow in there.
Top of the mountain overlooking the ocean at a rainbow.
I mean, yeah.
Why not?
Get magical. Yeah, why not? Nice sunny day.
A nice sunny day. Okay, it's a beautiful sunny day. Okay, ready or more?
Oh, that should be good.
Okay, let's see. It does take a little while for it to create it. And I will tell you, it's not always perfect. Sometimes faces come out more, sometimes it has 2 fingers or 3 fingers. And sometimes you also look at it and go like, wait a minute, I have more ideas for what I want. So if you're like, you might want it to be, maybe you want the rainbow going over the sun, right? Because we didn't say exactly what.
Oh, yeah. Where?
So it's just going to put that colors there. but you can also change the prompts to be something else. So do you want to see, because we said on top, but do we want to show somebody hiking the mountain instead, being up there? You could say what color hair, what color skin.
Yeah.
You could be so specific. So do you want to make any changes to this one?
Would you like does the AI images make it look more like a real person, or is it
I
just like kind of
can.
AI? Okay,
So
otherwise, yeah.
yeah, so what I do once I know that my prompt is really good, then I'll move over to the other one because that takes 4 credits. So I do my experimenting in the 1 credit where I can get like, okay, what is that kind of close to? I can see where AI is going with this. Yeah, the sun is beautiful. It is a beautiful day. Da, da, da. What I would do then is go into Mid Journey, which is a lot better quality. Not quality,
Okay.
it's just different, right?
Oh,
And then,
once you have it down. So I'd maybe have her looking out to the ocean. I'd have her turning or like facing the
okay,
ocean.
I can
Um,
do one.
yeah, and maybe actually dropping the backpack. Like, yeah, you can let the weight go now.
Oh, there you
Or
go.
that. Yeah, put it down while you enjoy that view.
Right? We said backpack, so we weren't
Yeah,
specific.
yeah, yeah. No, I get it. Like, yeah, I can see how specific it can be. But yeah, I would have her turning the other way, looking out, having it look more realistic versus AI-ish.
Right. And
And
then,
then
but that could be something that's in the prompt. Like I want a
yeah,
realistic image.
realistic with the rainbow going like an art, um, over.
The really interesting thing with this is, oh, well, there you go. You have a few here. Oh, that's pretty.
Because I've been to a place like that one on the right, on the bottom.
Really?
And it was an island off Bali. It was like the most amazing hike.
There you go. So you can play with these, you can make them more realistic. It's all in the prompting. The cool thing, the reality of it is just like delegating and just like working with teams, like everything needs to be clear because
Clear,
if
yeah.
not, you throw it out there and it's going to give you whatever out of there's
Yeah.
billions of images it could create with the description we gave it. Right.
Yeah.
And I wanted to show how that could be, but the more specific you are. So now, if this was something you probably want something more realistic, more, you could actually do, well, we did freestyle, so realistic portrait. I'll do one more on this. So person enjoying life, just hiked up the mountain. So maybe an image of a person, do you want a woman, a man?
A woman?
That just hiked up a mountain and dropped her backpack, right? Or something like that. And then you said facing the mountain or facing the ocean.
Facing the ocean.
Looking at the ocean at a rainbow. What else now that you saw these, what would you add anything?
No.
All right. Now, what you do want to think of too when you are creating posts to go with your social post is that they also align. So you may want to go back and write that post about, wouldn't you love to be able to hike again? How would it feel to get to the top of that mountain knowing you have no more pain in your back? Or maybe the theme of the social post, unlocking it so that you can go hike that mountain. And so one of those posts could be about that. And you could really like get super creative with doing images and the copy and really getting your message out there.
Yeah, that's what I need to be, is like more have clarity around my messaging, my imagery, like have it all be cohesive. I feel like I still am working on that.
Right. So AI isn't always perfect, but then we're not being super specific with it, right? It gave us what we said. It's exactly what we said. We didn't say the clothes she should wear, the expression she's doing, but it's still a pretty post to definitely, I would post something like this. It looks realistic. It looks cool. So anyway, so that's how you can use the AI part for finding an image to match your copy and then being able to, like right now, put it in Canva and maybe put that thing, you know, say goodbye to chronic pain. I don't know. Like I use Ruby to go back and to find all those things for me. So was that helpful in seeing how to use that for marketing and creating images and social media?
Yeah, that's helpful.
Awesome.
It's helping me wanting to be more clear and figuring out, like when you said on the first call, like, what do you want to be known for? That's where I go back and forth. Like, what do I want to be known? I want to be known for helping people and knowing that they can heal themselves and empowering them about that. So it's like, I want to create imagery, posts about all of that and being consistent with it, or having a plan.
Right. And you see, oh, I'm so sorry. I hadn't looked at the messages, but I guess they were coming. Oh, so interesting. Okay. There's not in the group itself. Yeah, it's what I love about this more than anything, and why I wanted to show this specifically today, is to give you guys the example of how you can use Ruby to help prompt all that, and how you can use it to see how specific we're really not sometimes too, and be able to know that, wow, I have a tool that I could play with and throw all these different things in, and it can give me all these different solutions and ideas that then I can go create a post. I didn't have time to show the blog. We'll do a blog maybe next week. And then how you can play this all and take one piece of idea and spread it out over into multiple pieces of content. So I'm going to post the link in there to how to get Rubi AI if anybody wants to. I will do these every week still and have a different theme every time. And we also have a wonderful community. Actually, some of the ladies in our community are here who are also part of Rubi, really helping people grow and utilize the system. So there's different plans, there's subscriptions, and I don't suggest anybody do the $15 one or the $20 one that's on there, just because images alone will go through it. You can play with it. Instead of a free trial, you can try the $15 plan a month, but the $25 or the $50 plan is really your best bang for the buck if you're going to get in there and create content and do things. I mean, you saw the modules. There are so many modules of anything and everything you could think of. There's even like weight loss plans and food nutrition guides and stuff for shopping lists and grocery lists. Like you can create so much in there. Next, what I'll do is I'll record a demo overview and I'll put it in the Facebook group so that everybody can kind of see all of them, just kind of tinkle with the modules a little bit. But the nice thing is too, you can come in. I suggest if you're going to join me on the Rubi journey, that you come in as a brand influencer and you don't have to do anything. You don't have to have any minimums or anything, but you do get $5 off. So it's usually the 30 and the, I think 55. But then if you decide to share it with anyone, you get compensated for sharing. And that's what I love instead of, going out there, we get to build together and share together. And so anyway, so anybody have any questions? I have a little bit of time if there's any questions about that. Today was specific on a module that I had promised to go through marketing or social media posts, but I definitely will do a more broad one next week. But if there's any questions, I'd love to support anyone. No? Okay. Oh, yes.
So Rubi is there to help you with the copy and content and imagery, right? That's the main goal of it. Okay.
Yep. You can build out courses, modules, video scripts. Gosh, just about everything is built in the back end to do. Most of my copy, I run it, most of everything, my emails, everything that comes, a lot of the things that I write, I run through Rubi first. And I do it with I do it like I'm talking to it. And I'm like, okay, I want to say this. I want it to say in this way. I need to remind them about this. I'm sending this email to the people, or I'm writing the copy for my landing page. I want it to describe this, that, and then it writes it all out for me. And then I start playing with it and editing it. And it usually is, I get it done so much faster than if I try to, even sometimes, you know how like you have a thought of what you want to put out there and you're like, oh, I have to sit there and like write that into like real wording, not. And so I just put my thought in there and then it just writes it so nicely for me. And maybe I can use those samples next week if that's helpful too. But yeah, I create more content than I ever have now, and I'm still not even, I'm only scratching at the surface right now.
Yeah, so nice, all these tools to help.
Yep. And that's what it's about, to just giving, and again, also that all in one, I want, like just a few platforms. I do have a lot more software and systems I work with, but these right now are the Pipeliner and Ruby are pretty much my main ones right now. And then I've all this other stuff to follow, but yeah. Well, thank you for playing. I will get you the Google Sheet with all those things, and I'll get you the images just in case you want to use them. And thank you so much for volunteering. And I hope that also, when you volunteer, it opens up, right, more ideas and things for you to be able to build upon.
Yeah, thank you. That was helpful. Definitely, I'm gonna journal on clarity.
There you go. It's almost always number one. Clarity is so important. Awesome. Well, I do these every week now. I also do a masterclass 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time on business. And so I'm going to do a 10-week series starting next week. And I think all of you came in here already through the mysystemsforsuccess.com. That's where you can register. And then there's also a My Systems for Success Facebook group. If you want to go in there, I will post the replays there. And yeah. All right. Well, thanks, everybody. I enjoyed having you. And let me know if there's anything else you want to show me next week. Just comment in the Facebook group and I will do that. All right. Thanks, everyone. Have a great rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thanks.